Alright, that's about the overview of the Japanese solar industry, and now we'd like to discuss about Pcvad에. I titled here as the myth and the fact. As I mentioned very briefly at the beginning of this presentation, nowadays information about Pcvad에 are misused or delivered in wrong way or biased way, so that there are a lot of over conclusions on the field that is confusing the decision making of field veterinarians or producers in terms of Pcvad에 prevention. So this is very good opportunity for our industry to reorganize those scientific information to use the information in correct way. So let's clarify what we are dealing with now. We are right now living the life after PCV2 vaccines are available. That means that almost 100% of pigs are vaccinated against PCV2 commercial vaccine in many countries today, and Japan and Korea, I think we are the same. So most of the pigs are vaccinated. So that is different situation compared to the time that PCV2 vaccine was not available. So do not confuse the scientific data or experiences that what we are seeing or what we are doing right now, which is dealing with the vaccinated population, and the going back to the old time, we are dealing with populations that are not vaccinated. Some people are confused because of that. So those information should not be used only for the purpose to differentiate among commercial PCV2 vaccine products, because Pcvad에 is the disease, and the detection of Pcvad에 does not necessarily mean that it's a disease. So I say here false, which means biased over concluded information, and what I say by truth means that information biased on scientific evidence. I think the most important message that I would like to deliver from this presentation, at least in the Pcvad에 session, is that we, as producers, veterinarians, and practitioners, we are the end users of such information regarding Pcvad에. So therefore, we are the ones who should be able to select truth and false. So there are some informations that are not based on scientific evidence with the good quality of science, and some of the informations are quite biased and over-concluded, which we call false. So we should be the one who should be able to determine if which one is false and which is truth. So I always would like to make the summary at the beginning, not at the end. This is basically what I'd like to say from this Pcvad에 presentation. So the commercial PCV vaccines are very effective tool to control Pcvad에, and again, almost 100% of pigs are vaccinated in many countries today. And the Pcvad에 is multifactorial disease. You can find the virus everywhere. So the Pcvad에 is considered as a normal agent flora in pig population, just like E. coli. Therefore, the detection of PCV2 only does not necessarily mean it is a disease. So the definition of disease is the phenomenon that shows clinical signs and the production loss. Detection of the pathogen is one of them, but does not fulfill all the criteria as the definition of disease. So remember that. If you understand the fact, then it's not very difficult to come to the conclusion serology does not tell you protective immunity or efficacy of the vaccine. So serology doesn't tell you which vaccine is better or worse. It's basically the same for the PCV2 viremia as well. The PCV2 viremia only does not tell you the protective immunity or the efficacy of the vaccine. Same as serology. The Pcvad에 viremia doesn't tell you which vaccine is better or worse than other vaccines or not.